Sit. Good. No, he loves his mat, so he may try to jump the gun. Make sure that he really waits for you to send him to the mat. Go to your mat, and then once you send him over, you say, down. Good. And then he gets a reward. Good. You put it on the mat. And remember, he's just a hyper puppy. He's 5 months old or whatever he is right now, and so it's not easy for him to stay calm, but this mat exercise has been great because, good, he's learned how to stay in a downstay for, easily 5 minutes a day, all in one period. And if you wanted to do this twice a day, it would even be better probably. This obviously teaches him a solid downstay, since I can already walk around both ways around him and he's not popping up. I can pull on the leash. See how he won't move? Good. And he gets a reward. No. See how he may stand up to meet you when you're coming towards him with the reward. If he starts to do that, back off. He only gets a reward if he stays in a down. Good. He's got to stay on the mat. Make sure that when you reward him, you put it on the mat like that and he takes it off the mat. Don't go like this and have him take it out of your hand. He actually needs to be fairly calm when he takes the reward. So see how no. You might have to do that. No. Good. That's what you need to have him do. Don't give him the treat until he's calm and he waits, like you saw him just do. He waited for a good 2 seconds. He got the reward. So don't be throwing food down or giving it like this, because if he's getting the food in a way that's exciting him, this whole thing will fall apart. So it's really, a lot of this is how you deliver the food to him on the mat. See that? Good. Excuse me. And remember, he's just a little puppy, so give him a break when he's a little bit hyper. If he kind of shifts around a little bit like we just saw him, he's not in a big calm adult yet. He's doing really well. I can drop the leash. We're in this big yard here. Walk farther away from him, do bigger circles around him. Walk farther away. He gets a reward for staying there. Good. I can even go behind him, open this gate. This is really hard for a dog to stay in a downstay, especially when you do stuff behind them. It's even harder sometimes. Down. You want to remind him what you want him to keep doing. So in your yard, in your house, you can practice little things like that. You can also do this in the house. We're doing this out in the yard right now, but all this applies to in the house as well, which I'll practice with you when I come back to your house. We'll do all this in your living room, and I'll come in and out of the front door, which he also does too. Go outside, knock on the door. So he's good in all these different situations. Good. No matter where you go or what you do, he needs to stay down no matter what. There's only one way he leaves the mat, and that's when you release him in the same way every time. If he were to get up right now before I released him, I'd say no. I'd stay calm, pick up this leash, just put a little pressure on this leash. No bending over, pointing, or snapping your fingers or anything like that. Just go like this with your left foot. He'll go back. If he leaves the mat, step into him, walk him around, do a little left circle like this, because he's going to be on your left when you walk into him. And just do that with your left foot. He'll go back and resume the exercise. He doesn't get a reward unless he does it right. Good. And then when you want to take him off the mat, he's waiting for you to come back next to him and release him like this. And you can even work on his over anticipation by trying to fake him out. See how he probably thinks we're about to leave? But he knows better. He's really waiting for the command. So if he passes that test, good. You should get another reward for that. And now we're going to take him off the mat. So he's waiting for me to actually stand next to him, pat my leg, and say, okay. And then I'm not going to release him off the mat. Sit from a downstay, because I don't want him leaping out of a downstay and running off. He's still on the clock until you bring him off the mat, have him sit, release him from a calm sit stay. So you take him off the mat, he sits, and then he waits for you to pat his chest. See how the leash is loose? He's really waiting there. And you pat his chest and you say, go. Now he's free. Come on, bud. Come on.